Hi everyone, welcome to our STEAM Crafts live stream here at the Azusa City Library. Today we're going to be making a popsicle harmonica. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to need a strip of paper, 2 popsicle sticks, a marker or a pencil, some scissors, 2 rubber bands, and I gave you the option of using either a straw or a popsicle or a toothpick. Okay, so these are our spacers that we're going to use. So the first step is we're going to take our piece of paper here. I'm going to go ahead and move some of this out of the way, and I'm just going to draw around my popsicle stick with my marker because I want this piece of paper to fit between the 2 popsicle sticks. So I'm just going to trace around. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. So I have a little trace, and I want it to be a little bit smaller than my popsicle stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on the inside of that shape. I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to cut along the inside here, making those curved ends. Again, I want it to be a little bit smaller than my popsicle stick. Okay, I'll discard that. So you can see it fits perfectly within. Okay, so our next step is we want to layer our second popsicle stick on top. Okay, and I'm going to use a rubber band to secure. So I'm going to place my rubber band towards one end of my popsicle sticks with the paper in between. Okay, I only did about 3 wraps there, and you see the papers in between the popsicle stick. Sorry, I noticed my camera's a little bit blurry. Hopefully that goes away. Okay, and then what we need to do for our spacers is you can either use a straw, and what you're going to do is you're going to measure a little bit wider than the popsicle stick. Okay, that's going to be our spacer, and I'm going to make 2 of those. So I'm going to just kind of make one that's the same size, discard that. So now I have 2 little spacers. If you're going to use the straws, you can do what I just shown, or if you want to use your toothpick, I recommend you just cutting that in half. It can be a little bit difficult, so be careful when you're cutting through the popsicle stick. If you need help, make sure you ask an adult. So now I want to slide one of my spacers between the popsicle sticks and the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll use the toothpick. So I'm going to slide it in. As you can see, I have a layer of the popsicle stick, a layer of the paper, and then my toothpick, and then the second popsicle stick on top. And I'm going to slide that all the way down to the end here. Okay, just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and layer my other end of my toothpick like that, and I'm going to pinch. If you want to pinch it a little bit lower for now. And then I want to wrap the other end with my rubber band. Okay? Make sure those, and then slide this sort of towards the end. And it was, that was pretty easy. So let's see if this makes any noise. Let me go ahead. So basically when I want to make a sound, I'm going to just place my lips, one on the top and bottom, and blow. Okay, so there, it makes a sound. Not a very pretty sound, but maybe we can change the pitch. So basically, you can kind of see, let me go back to this camera angle. You can see that there's a gap right here, that the paper is in between the 2 popsicle sticks, and our toothpick, or if you use the straw, spacer is creating a gap. Now when we blow, if we place our lips one on either side and we blow, basically the force of our air coming through our mouth is going to make the paper vibrate very quickly. Okay, and that's what's generating the sound, is the vibration. Okay, another way you can think about vibration is if you knock on the if you knock on a table, the energy that's being put into the table is causing the table to vibrate a little bit, and that's creating some sound, right? So if you want to change the pitch, what you can do is you can slightly bite down with your teeth. You don't want to bite down too much, because if you bite down too much, you can see the paper gets pinched, and if the paper can't move very well, then it's not going to create a sound. So you can bite down a little bit, and we'll see if it makes a different noise. It can take a little bit of fiddling to see how your Popsicle Harmonica makes a noise, but keep in mind that you kind of want to, let me move back to, you kind of want to make sure your lips are pressed right up against. So the sound that I was doing was I was basically doing small pulses with my mouth, kind of closing it and opening it. And you can also try by sliding the sticks a little bit in, the little spacers. To see if that makes a different sound. Okay, so that was a pretty easy craft. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Try experimenting with the different spacers. This one was the toothpicks, and I made a separate one here using the straws. This one was a little bit harder to make a noise with. There we go. So this one I noticed, because it was a little, the straws get crunched, but they still create a gap, but not as big as a gap as our toothpicks. So you can see there's a little bit difference in the gap between the Popsicle sticks. And I found that I needed to blow a little bit harder with the straws in order to generate a sound. But also, this one is way louder too. So you can kind of experiment with your own different spacers to see what sort of noise you can generate, some kind of sound you can generate. And I'm gonna go, and that's basically how to make your own Popsicle Harmonica. But I want to share with you our next craft next week is we're making fake snow at the library. So I know Southern California, you don't see snow around here in Azusa often, but we're going to be making some fake snow. This is only in person, so this is not going to be live streamed. We're not going to have kits. This one you have to show up at the library, and I apologize about that, but it's it's a little hard to make kits to be able to make you guys make fake snow. So this one, just come in on the library. That's going to be next Tuesday from 3 to 4, and I hope to see you guys there. And also, don't forget, if you participated in our STEM craft, either here live here at the library or on this live stream, please feel free to take our survey so that we can improve our future programs. All right, thanks for stopping by and watching the live stream, and I hope to see you next time.